Also joined us in the conversation. Mithali, I'll come to you in a second. There's some breaking updates now coming in from the Ministry of External Affairs. Spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal has reacted to US President Trump's opposing of the Iran war. He stated that India is closely monitoring all developments. Okay, that's the update that's coming. MEA monitoring the developments closely. We have some updates from the markets as well. Now, after the announcement, markets have reacted positively. US 2-year Treasury yield down more than 2%. 10-year yield down 1.3% on de-escalation hopes. Mithali, please do help us understand these developments. Markets have, of course, reacted to the statements from Donald Trump. But now Iran has also reacted. Are we looking at further instability?
So thanks a lot for having me in the discussion. I think, what we are seeing right now is almost a complete confusion in the whole global economy on the future direction of this particular crisis of the war that is currently ongoing. Because while the US president has unilaterally said that the war is over and we've won, clearly the other side has not conceded that, and the other side has not come to the table and said this is over for us. And as a result, a war cannot be over until both sides sign some sort of official agreement, or they come to a conclusion that this is how the way forward has to be between these two countries, or that it's going to be a ceasefire, or there's going to be some sort of a peace treaty. So we have not seen any of those official instruments actually come out, and as a result, markets are cautious in their optimism. They're saying, okay, if the US is saying at least the US may take unilateral action to stop its aggression onto Iran, but that doesn't mean that Iran's side will stop their aggression at this point, because even the Iranians cannot be sure whether when Donald Trump says something on Truth Social, is that actual US government policy. And until they see it in writing and until it's a legal agreement, it's very difficult for the markets to also factor that in. And we will continue to see long-term impacts of this war on the global economy. That is, not linked to the de-escalation. Of course, the de-escalation is extremely helpful and should take us to a point where the economies can start recovering. But at the same time, it can take anywhere between 3 to 6 months for oil prices to stabilize and for the global economy to stabilize.
All right. As far as Indian markets are concerned, what are we looking at after Prime Minister Modi's assurances today? He delivered a 25-minute address to the Lok Sabha and spoke about how India is really prepared, how it has diversified its energy imports, electrified railway networks, and even diversified the farm imports that are needed. How much insulated is India from this global conflict and Indian markets particularly?
So I think, India has pursued a very effective diversification strategy when it comes to the supply for various commodities. Of course, one is crude oil, which is the most basic commodity, which is where we have the highest dependence, of course, on the Gulf countries. But now there are supplies of crude oil coming from Russia as well as the US, and that has been helpful. For coal, we have been able to supplement supplies from Australia and also from some of the European countries, and that has been helpful. For LPG, actually, Argentina is now emerging as one of the largest, fastest growing suppliers for India, and the imports of LPG from Argentina have actually quadrupled in the last 3 weeks. So
Yes.
Argentina really coming in as one of the biggest suppliers. So I do think a lot of efforts being made by the government on the supply side. I would, however, reiterate that we should use this crisis as a wake-up call to do much more on renewable energy.
All right, Mithali, stay on. In fact, news also now on the US dollar. The dollar has plunged after Donald Trump said he had asked the Department of Defense to postpone all and any military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for 5 days. The dollar has traded higher against most other currencies until the headline hit, sending the euro up over 1% into positive territory to 1.158 dollar from around 1.487 earlier. The dollar index fell 0.3%, having shown a 0.6 rise earlier on. Mithali, Indian rupee also did not see any relief when when the markets opened early this morning. Do you see some impact now?
So, what we will start to see for most of the emerging economies, and the Indian rupee, of course, has been volatile even before this war began. I mean, if you remember, we only had this discussion a few months ago where we were talking about the depreciation of the rupee because of the tariff impact,
Yes.
that the economy was facing. We do have to work more on strengthening the rupee, but I do feel that at this point in time, the impact is far more generalized across emerging economies. The dollar weakening is an inevitability. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will start to see the dollar weakening because we saw the dollar strengthen a lot right now during the war as investors were fleeing to safety. Now, when the de escalation happens, investors will again start moving away from the dollar to other markets, and especially the Dubai, Abu Dhabi, GCC real estate market was badly impacted during the war and may start to see a recovery just after the de-escalation. So again, we will start to see that dollar, weakening happen now.
All right. Mithali, thanks very much for speaking to us. I request you to continue being with us now.